want to give an honor to Yahweh, to his son Yahweh Shai, to the prophets and elders pushing forth this truth, this gospel to the four corners of the earth, to all of Israel, even the men that's pushing forth, the men and women that's pushing forth this truth, all of Israel, the hopeful elect, even those mixed in with the other nations, look like the other nations, but are of Israel according to the seed of their forefathers. To everybody I say shalom, peace and greetings. This lesson I'm calling post-election unrest. We did a video yesterday talking about Jacob's trouble, Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, and how we're fixed to be heading towards that time that has never been recorded in human history. Perilous times. But I came across a video, and it's a game, it's a PC game called Shattered Union. Came out in 2005. You can go and look at the video on YouTube. And I say that it is eerily similar. Now, 2005, you're looking at, you know, you probably seen that and you're like, okay, how could that ever happen? But now, given the times that we're in, and I'm going to read you the synopsis or the details of this game, and you just use your imagination, if you will. Okay? After a contested election, after a disputed election and a tie vote, Congress installs the most unpopular president in U.S. history. Now, the game's name is President Adams. Okay? He becomes president of the United States. Shortly after the election, increased rioting and growing numbers of militias have given rise to ever-increasing domestic terrorism. In response, the president invokes the Homeland Security Act and declares martial law on the West Coast and other areas of the country. Okay? This is after an election and all, you know, there's going to be unrest. Again, I've said it doesn't matter who wins, okay? But you use your imagination about who the most, this came out in 2005, I can't make this up, most unpopular president in United States history is, okay? But let me continue. Public outrage explodes when the president accepts his second term. Okay, you know, this is when he publicly accepts, you know, hey, you know, I'm the president, go on TV and all, okay? During the inauguration, Washington, D.C. is hit with a nuclear bomb, or nuclear missile, rather, killing the president and most of the United States Congress. This breaks the chain of secession. Okay, the chain of secession, you know how this country for over 200 years, you know, when the president's time is up, or, you know, when it's time to install another president or whatever, but it's saying how after that happens, during inauguration, this is just in the video game, new kids takes out anybody prominent in the, you know, incumbent president's office and Congress. So the whole inauguration thing and secession plan about, you know, during the inauguration and everything, that's gone to shit pretty much. And it sends the United States into chaos. In an emergency vote, the European Union deploys peacekeepers in the DC area to secure national interest. After California's governor succeeds from the Union. He comes up out of the, you know, the whole United States. Again, we're already, you just, it's so eerily similar to what's going on. We're already divided as a nation. Esau's kingdom here, the heart of his kingdom is divided. And the kingdom divided cannot stand. Kingdom divided amongst itself cannot stand. California succeeds from the Union, followed by the Texas governor uh, declaring sovereignty and takes a few of the neighboring states with him to form the Republic of Texas. It goes on to say how the United States is broke off into districts or whatever, or and trying to restore in these United States, under the guise of civil war, because it's going to be utter chaos. Don't matter who wins. That was just, I just find it eerily similar. The game's whole trailer, and you go on YouTube. What is it? It's called A Shattered Union. PC game. Came out in 2005. And you just got, I sit there as I watch, I'm like, man, it's plausible. I'm not calling Trump the most unpopular president. It just is what it is. It's been stated. There he is going on his second term, trying to get his second term. Not saying this is how things will go down, but I know chaos is coming. It's got to come down somehow. America's got to come down somehow. It's because it's already collapsing. But something's got to. It's got to hit the ground eventually. It's falling. It's free falling, but it's got to hit the ground eventually. But I want to go ahead and get into some scripts. Go me over to Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, Ephesians 6:12, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. You can go, this is pursuant to, again, Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. These elite Edomites best believe they have an agenda. All this is pretty much playing into it, because in order for there to be a one world order, a new world order, is the sovereignty of America, in our United States in itself, has to be eradicated. See, that's why there's been strips at this nation's battle. There's battling for the rights and the amendments and all that of this nation that this nation was grounded upon. But neither here nor there. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against these Edomites and elites in high places with their agendas and plans. Of course, we know the Almighty is controlling everything, but let's not negate the fact that He gave us out a blueprint of what's going to be taking place. And only a select few, the elect, if you will, are going to take heed. I don't do it for everybody. Everybody's not going to get it. I don't care who it pisses off. I don't care who it rubs the wrong way, because the truth does that. The truth will rub you the wrong way, but it doesn't stop it or change it from being the truth. Go with me to Matthew 24. I just had some precepts written down, so I don't have them in no particular order. I'm just letting the Almighty. 24. We started 21. I started 20. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter. Neither on the Sabbath day. We're going into winter too. Who is that said that? Biden. We're going into a dark winter. He said it a couple of times during that last debate. 21. For then shall be great tribulation. Check this out. It's in red, so it lets you know it's Yahweh speaking. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be again. They're calling it the most important election ever and all that. Not House. House is not saying it. The other day I watched a video where the Biden campaign bus is out there in Texas, and he's getting surrounded by Trump supporters. Road rage. The bus, the Biden bus. I mean, this place there is. If you don't know history or unaware of history, you're doomed to repeat it if you're ignorant to it. This almost reminds me of I watched a brief little bit on the History Channel about Lincoln, about how when they were trying to swear him in, and how he had to go through Baltimore on a train at night, and he had decoys and all that because they had to get to him being inaugurated, and all, just we're in those kind of times where people, what is that? Second Esdras 15:16 talks about sedition among men. What is that sedition? Well, they won't care who's president, who's governor, who's mayor. We're coming to that time. That's what's before us. It's not, and you still gonna have folks who sit up here saying, "I can't wait till things go back to normal." Those are the people you need to stay away from. Those are the folks that are dead, spiritually dead, castrated spiritually. Okay, no light in them. If they're still sitting up here and vouching for America to keep going, and get away from those people. They're in utter darkness. Anybody that went to go cast the ballot, get away from that. Israel. If you in this book, we're not supposed to put anybody, no heathen or no Gentile over us. So that's neither here nor there. Get away from anybody who's telling you, "Oh, vote matters. Go vote." Matthew 24:21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Okay? For the elect's sake. Because again, all of Israel is going to have to go through what Jeremiah 30:7 calls Jacob's trouble. We're going to go there. But only elect is going to be able to endure. The Almighty is going to have his hand over them, and they're going to endure. That's why they're the elect. And they're going to make it out. I should have went here first, but it's all right. Go with me here to Matthew 12.
Hey, over here, girl.
I'm sorry, 24, Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity, as hidden sins, shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. We're already in those times. This place is divided. Folks are tensions are high, man. Tensions in this country are on an all-time high. The outcome of this election is just going to be the start. It's fixed to get going here, man. Again, I don't care who wins. I read you that there. I told you about Shattered Union, the PC game, just to show you how it's crazy how these damn devils they mapped this shit out years in advance. You know, some of the truth is out there into the Simpsons and all that kind of stuff. It's crazy how they mapped this shit out before, but here we are with the most unpopular president in this nation's history. And amongst all that chaos, that's Jacob's trouble. That's when they will be put into, some of us will be put into concentration camps, FEMA camps, and some of us gonna get shot down in all the hell. You got militias out here, man. News is putting up, and there's videos where militias are practicing out there in the backwoods, shooting and practicing. This is not me. This is not me making this up. This is your reality. Of course, a lot of folks want to just be ignorant. Ignorance is bliss. They don't want to know. This is it's going to come knocking on your front door either way. A soldier's going to come knocking on your front door either way, whether you know it or not. Prophets are just trying to warn you of what's to come. If you think it's going to be all cupcakes and pies, you gotta snap out of it, man. We're in civil war. They interviewed one guy, and he's talking about. She asked him, "Do you think the outcome of this election that civil war is gonna happen?" The guy said, "We're already in civil war. He said, anytime you got cities burning down, and folks can't go in to get order, that's civil war. You got, again, you got militias, Proud Boys, and you got a whole slew of militias, man. Troops already being deployed. Texas governor has already said troops are going to be deployed. Pennsylvania's already got troops deployed because they've been out there rioting and whatnot. I don't care which matter this election goes, man, things are going to hit the fan. There's no escaping it. Second Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of themselves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. Are we not in those times, or am I just all right? And we're coming into the food crisis and the food shortages, and it's fixed to be sheer pandemonium here. And all I'm trying to do is just warn. All others out there are trying to do is just warn. A time like no time ever in recorded history is fixed to come here to this place. Jeremiah 37. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Because all are going to have to go through, all Israel is going to have to go through Jacob's trouble, this craziness that's fixed to take place here. But only elect are going to come up out of it. And how are they elect? Well, for one, DNA bloodline goes back to their Jacob, but also they hearken to and came back to their power, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, his son, his word. It comes in the volume of the book. All the men of the Most High are trying to do is just give you warning Warning comes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. This place is falling, but they're prideful. See, it's Esau's nature. Again, the Bible is describing the nature of a man. When he's calling him the devil, that's because he's a deceiver. He's a truth speaker. He's a liar. Again, the natives here, they did over hundreds of treaties with them. But what ended up happening in the end? They ended up breaking those treaties. Okay? That's them. That's who they are. That's him. That's Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? The devil, the liar, the deceiver, the accuser of the brethren. And what all this is pretty much leading up to is getting everybody in the world chipped up. Vaccine is just a precursor. But what it's all coming down to is getting everybody chipped up. There's only few things that we're just waiting before Yahweh Shai, our Lord and Savior, come busting through them clouds, man. Jacob's trouble, all hail and chaos, and the chip. When they break out that RFID chip, man, Bible's a true book, man. That time is drawing nigh. Israel need to wake up out of it. Come up out of her, my people. Come up out of her. Who is her? Lady Liberty. Lady Liberty. I'm glad I said Lady Liberty. Here it is right here. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, sorcerers, witchcraft. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Who's that referring to? Here, America, Lady Liberty. They put up that big old idol, the Statue of Liberty, right there in New York. It's not deep. The dust comes down, sit in the dust. That's confusion. This place is about to go into utter chaos and confusion. But you know what they say? Order comes out of chaos. But everything is all detailed in the book. This is the script of what we're playing out right now. But not everybody's going to give it. Not everybody's going to get it. It's a select few. I don't do it for everybody. All glory goes to the Most High Yahweh and to His Son Yahweh Shai. With love, house.